BTC 209 says, love the show. Watch every day. Well, thank you. Great to have you here. Drew says, I heard a rumor that the Biden admin supposedly lost track of the seized Bitcoin. Hope this is BS. I don't. I mean, of course, I don't live in the US, but I would love to see the US government fumble their Bitcoin and lose it all. Also, I was going to talk about this another day, but yeah, I'll save it. But I mean, if you think about it like this, we could point to anybody right now. We could point to the US government. We could point to MicroStrategy. We could point to Coinbase. We could point to all these different entities here and say, do you have the Bitcoin? Because it's pretty easy to like have a tweet or a post or a spreadsheet. Like I could show you guys a spreadsheet right now and say, this is my Bitcoin holdings. I bought these back in 2021. I bought these in 2023. I bought a bunch in 2024. Here's my holdings. And I could say, I got 350 Bitcoin on a spreadsheet. But do I? Do I have the keys to those UTXOs? I don't know. Would you guys trust me? You shouldn't. You probably wouldn't trust me, but because a country says it or a public company says it, everyone's like, oh yeah, they're legitimate. So until countries and companies and everybody starts showing proof of reserves and showing that they actually have the Bitcoin, then we'll never really know how scarce Bitcoin is. And people are going to continue to manipulate and play games. And the price is never going to really be reflective of what it's really worth until we see proof of reserves. So that applies to the US government. You got 200,000 Bitcoin? Okay. Prove it. What's your address? That's the whole point of Bitcoin, is it's fully transparent. What's your address? You can share your address without any risk of somebody getting that Bitcoin from you. So show the address. US government, MicroStrategy, everybody, show your address. Anybody who reports to other people, anybody who has stakeholders involved, show your address. Lox Guy, Bitcoin scan. Yes, that is so true. That is a really great point. Bitcoin stands for I don't care. 100%. 100%. Once you get to a certain point in Bitcoin, you realize that nothing really matters too much. And along the way, there's going to be different things that happen, different governments in place, policies in place. I think to keep in mind here, and this is kind of what I said to the Living the Future group yesterday. I said, don't get distracted here. Keep your tiger vision on Bitcoin, because it doesn't really matter. None of this stuff matters at all. Eventually, it's going to flow into Bitcoin. Everybody has to touch the stove. That's governments, companies. Everybody has to touch the stove before they get burned. Everybody. Nobody is immune from that. And when you get to that level of understanding that it doesn't really matter. But the thing that we have to keep in mind here is that even though the president's talking about XRP and Ethereum and Cardano and Solana, who cares? Who cares? Like, honestly, it has no impact on Bitcoin. And to think about it this way, it's much better that they're working for us instead of against us, regardless of what it looks like. The fact that they're not putting people in jail for, creating cryptos, or putting people in jail for having companies that mix Bitcoin. And, we've had 4 or 5 years now of like a very anti-crypto, anti-Bitcoin government. So it's not going to be perfect, but we're definitely, in a much better place than we would have been otherwise. It's hilarious to me just to see all like these hardcore Bitcoiners just losing their fucking minds right now. It's like, just chill out. Like, just chill out a little bit here. People just waste so much energy and time worrying about the stupidest things. Dope Collector. Lighten the mood a little bit in here. Great name. Laughpad says, Jordan, do you think Bitcoin can work as a store of value without being a medium of exchange? Can one exist without the other? I feel personally it will take all. I mean, a good money, I know we've never had this before, but a good money has to be a good store of value and a good medium of exchange. And Bitcoin is proven to be both of those things. We're very early on in this journey. And even if you think back a couple of years ago, like Lightning was just a complete shit show. But I use Lightning every day now. And numerous different things. It used to be just kind of nostr only, but like the dealings that I do with people online and the work that I do and the work that I pay for, it's all on Lightning. And again, we're only 16 years into this thing. As long as we have layer one, as long as it stays decentralized and secure, then we will just keep stacking solutions on top of that. So I think that, yes, it can absolutely work as a store of value and a medium of exchange. I don't think it works without either of those two.